Welcome guys to the second episode of my Java tutorial. So in this episode we'll be discussing about first the comments and second data types. So let's begin with comments. What are comments? Comments are like just references or suggestions that you add. It's mainly for the developer or any other person viewing the code so that we can understand the code and what that line of code is for. So that those comments will not be checked by the compiler or it will not be compiled. The compiler will not touch that code, so it's completely for the developers or for the person who is viewing that code. So there are two types of comments. Let's see what they are. The two types of comments are single line comments and multi-line comments. So both have their different syntaxes and their different purpose of use. So single line comments, as you know, are just a single line comments or one line comment. So they can't exceed more than one line. And multi-line comments are more than one line comments, and both have a separate way of closing or opening. So let's see how to use a single line comment. So I'm going to open a code over here, like episode 2 of Java. So let's write a code. So this is a single line comment over here. It will not be checked by the compiler or compiled. So let's create our own code. Let's say hello world code. System.out.println hello world and a semicolon. Okay, so for some people who don't know what this code is for example, you don't know what this code does or what this code is for, and while debugging you need help to actually know what you wrote this code for or anything like that. So let's write a single line comment over here, 2 forward slashes, and write prints hello world. This is a single line comment. So let's execute this and see. One sec. Run as Java application. Hello world. So you can see that this line over here did not affect our code in any way. And so there is another type of comment called the multi-line comment. So remove this and we'll put a multi-line comment over here, a forward slash and a star. So this is the starting of a multi-line comment. So we'll write something over here, prints enter we'll write over here for just for understanding. We can write anywhere though, hello world, and close it with a star and a forward slash. Let us run this now. See, and again this comment did not affect our hello world program in any way. So comments are just basically for developers or any person viewing the code or for the clients. So we can understand the code better with this, and it organizes the code better. So like when you have a doubt in your code, like what you did, you write a code somewhere around 1 month ago and come back and see and you don't understand anything, comments can be helpful over there. Okay, so let's get on to the second part, that is data types. So there are total 8 data types in Java, the 8 primitive data types in Java. So they are byte, short, integer, int, that is long, float, double, boolean, and character. So that is char, char. So each data type has their own functions. Like byte, it takes 1 byte of storage, and each data type takes a different amount of storage. Byte takes 1 byte, short takes 2 bytes, integer takes 4 bytes, long takes 8 bytes, float again takes 4 bytes, double take 8 bytes, boolean takes 1 byte, and character takes 2 bytes. So what does byte do? Byte stores whole numbers from minus or negative 128 to 127. Short stores whole number from negative 32,768 to 32,767. So like byte and short can be helpful to reduce the amount of storage if you don't want to go for the int. Like int takes it's very large numbers. So even byte or short can do the work that you want to do. But byte has a little limited one, that is minus 128 to 127. So for small numbers you can take byte and short, but mostly we all go for int or integer. Long is for very big numbers. We aren't going to be using that in the tutorial. We'll be using long very less, although we'll use it for example. Float is for the decimal data types, float and double. So they have their own values, they have very big values. So float takes 4 bytes and double takes 8 bytes. We hear the exception is that, not exactly an exception, like irony is that int takes 4 bytes but it can't store like numbers after the point, but float takes the same amount of storage but can store after a point. So, and boolean is only 1 byte. Boolean is mostly always used for true or false values. Like you can say boolean value A equals true or boolean B equals false. It will be useful in the if functions, if statements, which we'll be explaining later. And the last is a character data type, that's 2 bytes. So character data type is like it stores a single letter, or symbol or number or any special character or anything, and it is in single quotes. A string is in double quotes. String is not a primitive data type, it is another data type which I'll be explaining. So there are other data types like enum, string and all, like they are not primitive data types. Like these are the primitive data types, they are derived data types. So string is written in double quotations and it takes more than one character. Like you can write a whole sentence in string, but you can't do that in character. Okay, let's we can okay, so let's see some example of data types. As you can see, this is a multi-line comment and this is a single line comment. So for data types, like I can take int a semicolon, like I'm declaring a data type over here. I'm declaring a value, I did not assign any value to it. The process of assigning the value to it, that is, if you write a equals to 20, it will be assigning a value to it. So it's called assignment. And if you just declare a value and after that you write in another line, click a equals 20 and semicolon, this is called reassignment. So assignments and reassignments are parts of Java. So like int a can be, we'll see the minimum and maximum of each data type. So like what happens when I take a number more or less than the range of this. So let's see, for integer the range is this, so let's just copy and paste over here. Let's keep one number more. What is this? Okay, commas are not. So commas are not allowed in Java programming language. It will be like you're telling an array